We are welcome to my weekly meltdown.
Allison, you know this is a live show and we have to be off at the top of the hour, right?
Allison, why didn't you roll the intro?
What's that? Yeah, I know it's live. Oh, so okay, hi. Yeah, pretty much. Lamar Odom was everything tonight in the diary room voting. Okay, hello, I'm Allison. Welcome to my weekly meltdowns. Unfortunate coverage of Big Brother Celebrity US Season 3's. We got Roar E with us this evening along with Andrew. Wow. If you had, wow. I want to know if you got that hangnail. Can anyone confirm in the chat if Lamar Odom got that hangnail? Because I'm on the edge. Do we know? Listen, my 3-month-old grandson knows how to play Big Brother better than the people in the house right now. Okay. And he has more class than at least one of them. Okay. Because this is crazy.
Let's just say we have a lot to unpack tonight, and Big Brother's not the worst of my problems.
Okay, before we go any further, is there TV playing in the background?
It's not live.
Yes.
Is that just my mind?
No, it is.
Oh, it's okay. Well, guys, Carson won HOH, obviously. He nominates Misha and who did he nominate? Todd. That's how memorable Todd is. So she nominates Misha and Todd. Todrick wins veto, takes Todd down. They put up Shayna. Shayna gets not even a blindside or back. I don't even know what to call it. It's more like a side door invitation. But how did we get here?
Side door invitation.
A side door invitation. Like, I'm going to let you in the side door and you're going to have to sit way in the back and not have any fun, but I'm going to let you in.
Is this like one of those sliding side doors, like a glass sliding side door, or is it like an open closed type door?
They told her, listen, don't make me explain my bullshit, Andrew. I can't tonight. It's too much. Tyler's in the chat. Check your messages for the updated draft, Allison. Tyler, no. I don't want to. Okay? This is a live show. And obviously, I don't have to do anything. Lamar Odom doesn't have to. Why should I? Good for him for sticking it to Julie Chen tonight. Fuck her. I mean, for real.
He's just mad he missed 50 Cent hanging upside down last night.
You know, I've never seen It's Your Birthday video, so I had no idea why he came down upside down. And I'm like, is he doing the new song for the Batman? It's always coming in upside down? What's happening right now? And man, it's been a minute since 50 Cent has rapped. I just want to say,
one of my favorite.
He was amazing, but a little winded.
Yeah.
But okay.
But we digress.
That's
why Lamar Odom was upset.
Why didn't Shayna play in the veto?
She wasn't chosen.
Why?
Because there's 7 people. It's a true backdoor for the people who don't actually know Big Brother terminology and like to just throw it around now.
Right. Like they just want to say backdoor, but why? Why didn't they show us that? I was so confused. I'm watching this unfold and I'm like in my TV going, where's Shayna? Is she not playing?
With as controversial as a draw and as important of a draw as that was, I do feel like they should have shown the draw.
Yeah.
I feel like that even could have been pre-recorded, right? Like it could have been done earlier this day and put in right there at the end. It didn't have to be live. It could have been done at the end of the segment. That's just too important of a draw to push it under the rug and hide it behind a camera.
Yeah, before we get into this ridiculous episode, I just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Dolores, Patty W, Adrian Celeste, Anelda, Tyler, Lori Lyon. Let's see, Anelda. I say, hey, Lanelda. Everybody, welcome. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah.
And because of that, Shayna is excited to be making out with her husband tonight.
Good for her. You know what? These people are playing like these evicted house guests can't go home and watch shit. They're not being sequestered. Just like someone had to, do we need to have someone explain that over the wall with a megaphone? Because Lamar Odom thought his diary sessions were private.
Tyler brings up a good point.
Mess.
Tyler brings
What?
up a great point. They couldn't do the draw live on TV because they had to give Lamar 10 minutes to be able to cast his vote.
Do you think Lamar told them ahead of time, I don't want to vote? And if it goes a certain, do you think maybe they had an idea that he's kind of done?
I don't know what it was. I really couldn't tell if it was he really trying to figure out what to do? Was this a boycott? Was he just mad at the situation? Did he think Todrick was show? Shayna's boyfriend left her. She said something about kissing somebody. I thought it was like on the lips. And she mentioned Valentine's Day. So if that was her boyfriend that left her, I apologize. But she made it seem like there was a significant other waiting for her. Back to Lamar. Tyler, your side little comments need to stay in the DR with your nail biting. But I truly don't know what that was.
Rory, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What's going on with you tonight? What's your feeling on tonight's episode? I mean, do you feel like Todrick is a big piece of shit or a tiny piece of shit? Or what kind of piece of shit do we feel like Todrick is?
Well,
I don't like him. I don't care.
I love him.
No,
what did you say, Andrew?
I love Todrick Hall.
I hate him. Okay, I'm not talking to you. I'm about to mute Rory.
I'll just say, Todrick Hall kind of brings up what I like to call the Russell Hantz dilemma, where it doesn't matter how good of a game you play if you can't get a jury to vote for you in the end, because that is the point at the end of the game, is to win. So, yeah, he is I have not been keeping up with feeds because I work the night shift. So,
and I thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah, I've had a lot of energy drinks this afternoon. But where was I? Besides on my weekly meltdown. Point is, I just am somewhat aware of the way he's been acting on feeds, and it's just, again, yes, it's what you brought up earlier. It's like, do you not remember that jury isn't sequestered? They know everything. And even if they're not watching feeds, guaranteed there are diehard fans on the twitter.com who are messaging them, be like, you see what Todrick said about you?
Here's a clip. Guy, you can see him on Twitter. But Andrew,
yes.
Why do you love Todrick?
He's playing the best game.
No, he's not.
I don't agree with that.
Tell me how.
Misha would be gone if it wasn't for Todrick.
That is true, but this is my argument. Why does he have to be so gosh damn nasty? I mean, I get it. It's Big Brother and people are going to go for the jugular and do all this stuff. But to me, he's just being a nasty little twat.
So and I'm going to say a lot of things that are going to piss a lot of people off and disagree with people. But what else is new, right? It's just a normal Monday night.
Yes.
But and I get what y'all are saying, right? Yeah. Jury. But my philosophy is always, you have to get to the final two before you can worry about winning the final two, right? And that's always my theory. I'm going to get to the final two, and then I'm going to prove my game and prove my point. And if it's good enough, it's good enough. It's not, it's not. But I'd rather second than fifth. I'd rather second than sixth, right?
Right.
The fact that Misha is still in this house and still in this game, and Todrick played a part in that when she has not lost an HOH competition, is a hell of a move. There's no scenario. I don't care how shady Shayna is. I don't care how veto queen Shayna is. Misha's on the block. You send her home. Todrick screws up. And this is my story at the end if I'm Todrick. Hey, look. You can hate me because of the move I made. I left her on the block for you, and you still didn't do it. I didn't save her and take her down. You could have voted her off, but that's how much I controlled what happened this round. That's how much I controlled what you were thinking when you went into this room. The most badass competitor in this house, I left her on the block, and you still kept her.
But I think everything you're saying is valid, but I'm going to pull up something. I think this is what a lot of people are having an issue with, shaming Shayna's outfit choices calling Chris Kirkpatrick a terrible father, making fun of Chris Kattan's physical appearance. He's done a lot of things that I just don't look. People are shitty in Big Brother. It is what it is. But this is not regular Big Brother. This is celebrity Big Brother. You stand for something. It's a little different, in my opinion. And you're making fun of people with physical disabilities who can't help it. You're calling people bad fathers. How is that? I mean, I guess it's not gameplay and it, but how is he going to win Big Brother being an a-hole?
So if I'm being honest, I haven't been feed watching this season, right? I've been
okay.
And so I don't know a lot of the side comments that were made. But at the end of the day, I approach Big Brother as the game and the game that I love. And I try to phase out gameplay separate from that. Just like, and I'll go there, love what you hate about what Colin Kaepernick did, agree or disagree. I was there to watch a football game. I wasn't there for a political situation. Right. I can like someone as a football player and not like them as a person, right? Right. And what Todrick did this week in the game of a celebrity Big Brother, where we don't typically see these moves, is probably one of the best moves we've seen in any version of Big Brother in the past 3 or 4 seasons. So take what you love about the individual out. I'm looking at the game player.
I agree with that. It's on par with what Maggie did in Big Brother 6 during Howie's HOH. Just the difference is, or rather the statement I'm gonna make is, you can be a good player and not a good person, and that's what we're dealing with Todrick 100%.
And I think and it is hard for some people, and I am one of those people that can't separate the two, and I can't, I want to say, okay, yes, Misha is still there because of a big old lie that he told Carson and Cynthia about Shayna, and they're going to get Cynthia. First of all, okay, Cynthia, here's my problem with her. She wants to sit there and shame Shayna for covering her own ass, making deals, keeping herself safe. Bitch, this is Big Brother. That's what you do. You do whatever you need to do to stay safe. And it just you kept secrets. Well, yeah, that's what you do. That's fucking Big Brother. Excuse my French, but it is. And I guess for me, she's not going around on the side having side conversations, shaming people and saying disgusting, horrible things about other people in the house. So yeah, I can be on team Shayna. And Cynthia just doesn't know the game. I mean, she just doesn't know. And when she gets out and sees it, maybe she'll get it a little bit better. I think a lot of people have said, Chris Kattan is just a quitter. You know what? I don't blame the guy for quitting. It was the best decision for him. But what did Todrick mean tonight when he gave Todd the power of the veto and saved him? What did he mean? The guy that's been ignoring me for 24? I don't know.
I think he was talking about Shayna.
Oh, okay.
I think he was talking about Shayna with that. And again, I feel like that move is all for show. I feel that it's all for this saying, I left her on the block and you could have taken her out. I did this. And it's a statement. It's to an extent almost a Will Kirby move, right? Here it is on a silver platter, but you chose not to do it. I hate you all, right? That's kind of what the aspect of this is for me. And so, yeah, I just, again, I can separate a player from a game because in my true fashion, just like you said earlier, Allison, Todrick will get his in that when the game is over and he sees Twitter followers fall, when he sees money stop coming in because of a cancel culture that we live in, right?
Yeah,
but I'm not signing up for that. I'm signing up to watch the game that I love. And you can't not give credit for the move that was made, right?
It is an amazing move. Yeah.
He'll get his in the end with the jury, too. I'm not saying he's going to win the game. He's going to get this in the public factor, the personal factor, and the game specter. but I love what he did this week. It was impressive.
It is impressive. I will give him that. I mean, he flipped the entire house except Lamar, who is just doing his thing. And I don't really know what Todd does most of the time. Does anyone know? I haven't a clue what is going on with these people.
He didn't either. He didn't know when he should sit down. Like, this is what he does. He just stands there.
Yeah. I can't listen to this. I thought Todd got up when he had the veto, and I think he thought he was going to get to pick who was going to replace him. And I thought for like 2 seconds, Julie Chen was going to let him do it. Did you guys think the same thing? I'm like, oh, shit. JC is going to let him pick.
JCM.
Excuse me.
How
Oh,
dare
my
you,
goodness.
Allison? Forget the
I know,
moon
JCM.
Oh, no. Jesus.
Hello, Romero. Welcome to the chat.
Yes, hello, Dom. How are you? Look, it's heated, guys. Let's all be sweet and kind in the chat. It is what it is. Nobody's perfect. I personally don't like Todrick, but what he did game wise was I can't take that away from him.
Let me respond to what Adrian's saying in the chat.
Okay.
Do I love him as a person? Not necessarily. I don't love many people. But when we go to two things I love is right now I love his gameplay. And second, I love that he was affiliated with one of my favorite shows in the world, Dance Moms. And if he can keep Abby Lee Miller afloat, that is great for me. So do I like him as a person? Do I agree with everything he believes in? Do I even condone his actions? No. But he knows Abby Lee Miller. And I love that.
Who
and
needs
I love
to be on
the
Big Brother
move that
Celebrity
he
4?
made on the show this week. So no, I don't say I love him as a person. I love that part of it. The Dance Moms, the JoJo Siwa vibes. Like I'm here for that. But I do not necessarily condone him or love him as a person. But again, there's very few people that I actually love as a person.
Who is Rory? Let me get to you. Who do you think has the highest chance of winning Big Brother with the jury seeing all the episodes? I don't think these jurors are going home watching feeds. I think they're watching the episodes. Who do you think's gonna, like, if it came down to Misha and Todrick, I could see Misha completely winning.
I actually wrote down an order of what I thought was going to happen before we saw the eviction. So I think if I'm trying to predict the jury, Carson's number one because entertaining underdog, which who doesn't love an underdog? Misha's number two because just the straight up dominant gameplay.
Yeah.
I had Shayna at 3, but she's gone. 4, I had Cynthia purely because she's an underdog. Cynthia's not getting to the final 2. She's not. But I think she's at 4. Lamar is at 5. Todd's at 6, and Todrick's at 7. I don't think Todrick can win this game just because of how he's handled it as a person. Gameplay wise, he should be considered because of the gameplay, but because of how he's handled things as a person, there is no way in hell that Todrick Hall is winning this game.
Don't you think the saltiest players are the ones that get to go home and watch the episodes? It's not about see, this is where it kind of swivels for me a little bit, is I believe in such a short amount of time, they should sequester these celebrities just because of that salty factor. And I do think there will be more emotion involved in voting. Am I wrong, or what do you?
You're not wrong. And also, like, it prevents a situation, I would say almost like Celeb 1, where the jury quite literally is having the conversation in person, like before they're even starting to vote. It's just like, if you sequester them, you're giving them that time to happen anyway, and you're getting more content instead of random filler, which, to be fair, I didn't hate Lamar talking about the Kardashians or Khloe tonight, but like, we could have had a jury segment instead of that.
My heart goes out to Lamar Odom. I'm like, did he come on this show just to get Khloe's attention, and he's just playing dumb on purpose? It could be.
Lamar's not going to win the game, but he's going to win Khloe Kardashian.
we could get our first celebrity Big Brother proposal.
I'm thinking so. Let's see here. Anelda asked, do you think Misha would cut Todrick like Ricky cut Lolo?
I think at this point in time in the game, after what has transpired so far, anybody cutting Todrick is dumb, and I think Todrick is sitting in the final two because everybody knows they can beat him. I think you have a Russell Hantz type scenario here of you're gonna lose.
But you have to think of these are people that also don't know the game, and it's just go ahead, Rory.
If anything, I could see a reverse of that situation. If Todrick wins Final Four HOH, I definitely see him cutting Misha and be like, I took out the biggest threat in the game, da-da-da-da-da, and like, you're still not winning, but, you know, like, yeah. I could see
because
Todrick
of that, a Todd Bridges could win this game.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, I just have to point out, you know, who I had Chris Kattan, Lamar Odom, and Todd Bridges in my three, and I cannot believe I still have Todd Bridges and Lamar Odom. Now I got to get in my messages here and bring up this draft because I don't want Tyler to cry.
And Todrick.
Is that who you have?
Yeah, and I had Chris Kattan. So to be fair, nobody from my team has been voted out.
I wouldn't have believed that if you told me that a month ago.
Nobody from my team has been voted out of the game. Chris Kattan left on his own accord.
Is this the best season of Celebrity Big Brother we've ever seen?
100% yes.
What do you think, Rory?
I think 2 was better.
You think
So
2 was
far.
better? Why is 2 better?
It's just Tamar Braxton.
But how many people quit that season?
True. I think I personally, as growing up, like as an entertainer, I just had a lot more fun watching Tom Green, Tamar Braxton, Candy.
Yeah.
Just that cast was a lot more fun. This one is very game. Like we actually got people who wanted to play, minus some very obvious people. So I understand why some people would put this season above it, but I personally would put 2 as the best celeb season.
Okay, so my response to that is Lolo Jones ain't that much better.
Oh God, would Lola? Okay, let's play devil's advocate. You two, this is fun. I like this. Hold on, let me show this for freaking Tyler loses his damn mind. Here's the draft, Tyler. I loaded it. Beth's got 1. Matt's got 2. Hold on, where am I going? Okay. And Tyler's got 1.
I can't.
Andrew can't do the lean, but that's okay. God, I cannot believe Andrew's. God, we're never going to live this down. Okay. But that's where we are with the draft. Let's play a little game. Let's play let's have fun. Let's bring it up a bit because people are down. This was a fucking salty episode.
I still have some news.
Okay, go ahead with your news and then we'll do the little.
It's non-Big Brother related.
Okay, well, let me play devil's advocate.
Let's play devil's advocate, but we're about to get out of the saltiness really quick with what I'm about to go through. So,
okay, I just wanted to know Tamar Braxton, Lolo Jones, Tom Green in this season. How far would they have made it? In your opinion, would Tamar had won this season? Would Tom Green be the Lamar Odom? Would Lolo Jones be Mariah? How do you think that would have worked out?
The fact that you put Mariah and Lolo Jones in the same comparison to me.
They're Olympic people. I don't like the Olympics.
But okay, say what you want.
You know,
the only hate Mariah really should get is that she is aligned with Todrick. Her game is pretty damn good too.
I thought Mariah was adorable. I really enjoyed her.
I don't know, Allison. I mean, I think Tamar still has a shot to win because I think she hooks up with Cynthia, she hooks up with Carson, and that 2 is a much stronger 3 than it ever is now. And I also think that Todrick would bow down to Tamar a little bit.
Okay. You got that, Rory? You co-sign that?
I think Tamar would at least make finale. I don't know about winning, especially with Misha still in. Well, I mean, actually, I'm trying to. It's hard without actually seeing it, but Lolo definitely doesn't get to the finale, and Tom doesn't get to the finale either. But I think Tamar still does.
Well, I'm just going to go out there and say Tom Green wins the whole thing. That's it. That's how I feel because I love Tom Green. Now, Andrew, what is your news?
So Allison,
Oh, here we go. I need something. Is this fun?
I get through an episode of Big Brother that is an emotional roller coaster on many different levels.
Yes.
And it's 8:56, as you know, or 7:56, 8:56, and as you know, I was a couple minutes late getting up here.
Per
Because
usual, but it's fine.
my wife got a text message.
What?
She didn't tell me that several weeks ago she entered Bria's picture into a beauty pageant contest. And Bria has been selected.
For what? She's going to be in a beauty contest?
I hope not. It is. I don't know the details. They're being sent to me. But I am no
like a
Mama
Gap
June.
ad? What are we
She's no
talking
Honey
here?
Boo Boo. I'm no Mama June, and she's no Honey Boo Boo. It is some kind of all natural, no makeup. There's like 5 locations that she was to
two,
go
right?
And
There shouldn't be any
she's
makeup.
2.5.
No hair extensions.
And no hair extensions, no spray tan. So I'm still waiting on details here. We've got to, of course, it's all about the money. We got to sell sponsorship tickets, and we've got to fork over this and all of this. But my daughter has been chosen for a beauty pageant.
Okay, Andrew, this is how it all starts. She's going to be on Big Brother.
And she
Big Brother
ranked in the
42.
top 3%. They said, congratulations, your daughter was in the top 3% of all choices. After we got the text messages like 6 days ago that she's in the semifinals. Needless to say, my wife is hiding all of this information from me.
I'm for it. Yes, I co-sign that.
Because she knows I would have
Mrs. Gibson.
But and so I'm stressed out. And I'm like, I got to do a podcast. My wife's telling me this. I got to do a podcast. My wife's telling me that now my daughter's going to be my first question was, is there a freaking swimsuit competition? Because that's a no.
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
I said, you know what? No, I need to go on this podcast because Allison is going to enjoy every second of this and what I'm going through.
I'm living for, I think it's great. The fact that Courtney completely went behind your back and submitted everything and then surprised you via text and avoided all personal contact to deliver the news because you weren't within reaching distance is perfect.
And because I was yelling at the television for not voting Misha out of the house.
Listen, we know how to get stuff done, and you guys just complicate. You dads, you complicate stuff. You get too technical. Listen. It's gonna be fine. She's beautiful.
It's now my opportunity.
Listen, I'm trying to submit my grandson for to be the Gerber baby without anybody's permission. It's not even my damn kid.
Screw dance moms. Right Lifetime right now. Pageant dads. Sign me up. Let's go. I'm ready.
Dude, I would watch the shit out of you. Can I be your assistant? Can I carry the stuff? Just load me down like a jackass, like a donkey. I'll be your little ass.
So I knew that no matter what we talked about and how upsetting this episode was for you, that this news would make Allison's night and probably the rest of her week.
That makes me happy. I love it when people go behind each other's back and do shit like this.
I got backdoored.
That is a backdoor. That
Yes.
is a true dry backdoor. Okay.
Ew.
With no handlebars.
God, Allison.
A surprise
Okay, I was just
dry
going to go
backdoor.
straight up backdoor. I wasn't talking about handlebars, and I wasn't talking about all this kind of stuff. So I asked my wife, going back to this, because it doesn't get any better. I says, got side-footed. Is there a swimsuit competition? She said, no, it's a Mardi Gras competition. I said, that's not any better. They still show their tits.
She got beads. You go throw beads at you. Oh, this is okay. Listen. Is she throwing the beads or you because I don't know. We want to see you with your shirt off.
No, I don't want to see me with my shirt off.
So there's 4 locations. I have to look at information and try to discuss with my wife why this is a horribly bad idea, unless Lifetime wants to create a 10-episode miniseries.
Listen, here's Rory, this is my argument with Andrew. Andrew is not going to let Bria grow up. She's not going to date till she's 50 or till he's dead. It's just he's not going to let her out of the house
way before 50.
Yeah, won't let her do anything except maybe go on Big Brother with my grandson because they're like 2.5 years apart.
But I
Even
would
then,
have
my
to be able to-
grandson is going to have a conversation with Andrew on his front porch while Andrew cleans a shotgun. So, I mean, it's just,
But all of this could be moved forward, Allison.
Yes.
Because we could now start this on Pageant Dads.
You need to be a pageant dad.
There's no need for Big Brother anymore. We can have Cloud on an episode of Pageant Dads.
Can you see my son as a pageant dad?
No. I was just saying Cloud could come as like Bria's like chauffeur to walk down the aisle, right?
What? He could be a model. He could be a little model.
But I don't think girls and boys compete against each other in pageants.
Okay, well,
they don't, but they do have boys pageants. So,
Oh, so you're talking about him being the little guy that walks her
the guy
around?
that, like, walks her down.
Yeah.
And then I could walk behind him with the shotgun.
Right. The cocking sound constantly going, or just walking behind him making a cocking noise.
Okay, Allison, you've gone from dry handlebars to cocking. I'm having some issues with you tonight, girl.
This is a good show. Listen, I'm all for it. We should do pageant dads. I'm down for it. I'm sure my son thinks there needs to be a show called Deranged Grandmothers because I've hit that level apparently.
I've got 3 you could sign up.
Oh, I'm a good grandma though, Rory.
Oh,
I'm in the floor playing with the kid.
Deranged grandmothers are still great grandmothers. Again, this comes back to a bad person doesn't make a bad game player. A crazy person doesn't make a bad grandmother.
But I am nuts, and I'm on the floor playing on the little thing with him, and I'm doing it better than he is.
And probably having more fun than he is.
Yes, and he's angry because I won't let him get in there, and I'm like, dude, you snooze, you lose. It's better that you learn now how to lose. Okay, try harder. There are no participation trophies in Allison's household.
Allison's
You're
just excited. Allison's just excited that she can play with somebody else's toys and not get claws in the face because Finley won't let her play with his toys.
Finley's a bastard. He's so mean. I'm also excited that I get to play with someone shorter than me because I'm only 4'11". I'm a little pipsqueak, so there's somebody I can boss and sass around and they won't do anything about it. So.
That's why she was a Chris Kattan fan.
Yeah, Chris Kattan. Listen, I'll tell you, when I was in acting years ago, and I'm talking the late 90s, they used to call me Little Kattan because I was very animated like Chris Kattan and a physical actor in comedy and stuff. And we had a lot of similarities. I don't think I look like Chris Kattan, but my husband thinks it's hilarious because we've watched Corky Romano, A Night at the Roxbury, and him on Saturday Night Live. And he's like, he's like, both of your faces are made out of some kind of rubber. I don't know how you make the faces you do and do the things you do with your face. But those were the good old days. But I love Chris Kattan. So, but back to Big Brother.
I don't think there's much more to discuss. I mean, we got to see what happens with this HOH. Well, surprise, Misha probably already won. And she's probably going to send
spoiler, Andrew. God,
is there a competition going on right now?
I haven't even checked the feed.
We were so excited.
And Tyler, I could get on that bandwagon, Tyler.
Shayna for AVP. Were we not so excited Friday night when Carson won HOH? We were like, finally, we're going to get rid of this. Something's going to happen. And boy, it did. Dry. That back door. No handlebars. There's and listen, a lot of people are like, no, I'm done. I turned my TV off. Even Dominic and there's nobody I want to watch on the feeds. It's kind of fun to watch Todd and Lamar have these nothing conversations. They're pretty interesting. Tyler says, shame on Carson. Tyler, where the hell are you? You can be in the chat, but you can't be on the show. Let me tell you something. No, I have a bone to pick. No, he and his partner actually
Yeah.
still like each other. So they're actually doing that. Listen, here's the thing.
I love my wife.
I love my husband, but really?
I love being alone.
I went
Listen, but it's
I went to
dumb.
7
Such a
different restaurants.
commercial holiday. It's
I
so
went
dumb.
to 7 different restaurants and picked up the side dish she likes at this restaurant, the side dish she likes at this, and came home and built her ultimate Valentine's Day dinner plate.
You know what my husband and I got for Valentine's Day? We decided to go eat Chinese food and get a little cake last night to because everybody was at the Super Bowl. We got diarrhea. Okay, we got sick.
You know what I
Ain't
got?
nobody touching anybody tonight or
I
today.
got it raw with the handlebars and a pageant.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, we want to compete. That's fine. That's fine. But I
Your
didn't.
diarrhea is not going to cost you $15,000.
Well, it ain't getting anybody in there either. So
Oh my God.
I don't even know what I was talking about. What was I? Where was I going? What was I saying before that?
Something about this for Tyler.
Oh, F you, Tyler. Listen, every time if I have to miss a show or something comes up and I get in the chat and I make a comment about something, nobody ever freaking reads it. Nobody ever freaking reads my comments.
Okay, so Tyler just broke some pretty big news. Chris Kattan will not be voting for the
Why are
winner.
you reading his comment? You need to disguise that.
Well,
So,
that's
Liler
big news.
Kylan's.
Chris, so Tyler, you're saying by that Chris Kattan's not going to vote for the winner, like he's automatically going to vote for the opposite person, or he doesn't have a jury vote?
I'm assuming it
is he-
means no jury vote.
That's what
He's
I'm
gonna vote
assuming.
incorrectly.
But that could also be Tyler just making some side-handed comment at the fact that Chris Kattan would never vote in a majority.
He's going to vote for someone who's on the jury.
He
I'm
does
voting
not
for
have a
Mariah.
jury vote. Okay.
You
So
can't
Chris
do
Kattan
that.
doesn't have a jury vote.
That gives us an even jury, which
That gives us an even jury.
I don't see Big Brother letting that slide. So are we getting an
It's-
America's vote?
Yeah, we'll get an America's vote.
Yeah. Why doesn't he have a vote though? Because he quit so
because he
bad.
walked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming because which is
And he doesn't care if he has a vote or not.
It's very true. He doesn't give a shit.
They don't care. And
This
might be
revived his career. What are you talking about? He
could
doesn't
be
care.
something. It could be something, Allison, too, in the regards that he maybe couldn't. I think there was some medical stuff going on, and he might not
yeah.
be able to
Agree.
come back. He might not be able to travel back for this. He might not be able to get to studio. So I'm not going to say it's because he walked. I don't know what it is, but he does not have a vote.
Well, listen. Okay,
Oh,
Tyler,
there it
gosh
is.
damn
Gosh,
it. Get
dog.
out of the freaking chat. Go to dinner.
Oh, we were
It's
so close,
it's
Allison.
freaking 9,
We were
10:30.
about to roll the footage, Allison.
F
we were
you.
so close.
Happy
Might as
Valentine's
well.
Day.
You know what my response to that is, Tyler? Survivor Australia, Sunday night.
Nobody. You know what? It's so sad.
The Queen.
Wait a minute. Is this the one where Sandra plays with her daughter?
No, she got voted out by her daughter.
As she should. Hello, that is boss, dude. Really?
100%.
Holy crap! Sandra's daughter voted her out. That is awesome. I'm here for it.
Day
Okay,
16.
so-
Yep, day freaking 16.
Anything else? Do we want to? Anything else?
Rory's taking all that in.
Roy, are you okay? Did we just spoil
No.
something for you?
I mean, to be honest, I barely can watch television as is, and I haven't seen a season of Survivor Ague, so I get spoiled regardless. It's just fun to get the live reaction to stuff.
Yeah, you shouldn't come
Yeah.
on a
Hey,
reality TV
Andrew.
show
There's
podcast.
something called spoiler alert.
Oh my God, Andrew!
It's Australia. They don't count.
Well, listen,
I
guys.
will never watch the episode. I didn't watch the episode. I just read recaps on those because I hate finding proxies and going backwards, and I hate finding back doors and side doors and glass doors. So
I would too if I were you. Considering.
BB Can All Stars cast upcoming at some point before the season starts.
I'm done.
Before
This is
Tyler
my
can say
show
BB
tonight.
Can a fourth
How
time.
is he still in charge and he's not even here? He's not even here and he's still running the show. No, absolutely not. Tiger King, March 2nd. Hello, there you go. Tiger King versus Carol, or whatever it's called, the series on
Joe
Netflix.
versus Carol, I think.
Joe versus Carol, March 12th or 9th. I don't know. Look it up. I don't work for
Allison,
Netflix. Could it
when
be on
you
Netflix?
when we get off of this, you still have my Peacock login, right?
Yes, I watched that terrible Jennifer Lopez movie Saturday. Marry Me. Yes, that was me.
Go watch Bel Air.
Is it good? I don't know. Is it Euphoria good?
It's not that raunchy.
Okay.
But and the acting is not great, but the story and the cinematography and it's go watch Bel Air. You still have my login. Go use it.
Yeah, I didn't know if you and your wife were going to get in a fight over. You watched "Marry Me" without me.
You act like we watch things together.
I know,
she
right?
texted me about a pageant, Allison.
My husband took one look at this Jennifer Lopez movie. He goes, "Well, I'm going upstairs." There's no way we live in a world where Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez get together.
There's some gauntlets being thrown at Rory in the chat right now.
I know.
What's going on? Who's being mean to Rory?
Adrian is saying first it should be me and Tyler versus Andrew Rory with Beth as the tiebreaker. Allison, you just got to cut the fuck out.
Well,
why not?
Well, Andrew's played a game with me, so he knows I'm a complete rogue agent. So pairing us together is not going to last. But regardless,
about like round 3,
literally. But regardless, Tyler knows I love him. I mean, I showed up to one of these shows as Tyler because he couldn't make it. So, like, it's all.
Do you have an iPhone 6, Rory? Do you have an iPhone 6?
I think so. I don't even know what the fuck I've got going on.
You don't have an iPhone 6.
I got this thing. It gives me my work schedule, and I use it to call people sometimes and get told to join my weekly meltdown shows. So,
dude, I'm joking because he said, "Listen, Andrew. One time, the first time Rory gave me his phone number, he messed up the number, and I think he just did one number wrong, and I was literally in a text fight with someone telling them they were Rory." And I thought he was effing with me. And the person got genuinely mad. I think they blocked me. And I'm like, Rory, I don't think that was you. Adrian, you're fine.
Yes, you're fine. And I remember just waking up and being like, oh no, what did I do? And then I looked and I'm like, oh shit, I gave the wrong
number. Oh, Chess, Allison. You made one person laugh tonight.
Look, Chess, thank you for acknowledging that I'm on the show tonight. I'm so happy. Thank you. I love you as well. It doesn't normally happen. Normally, I love Andrew. I love Tyler. I love Beth and Rory. People, they're loving to hate you. I'm just here.
They hate me because they ain't me.
Don't hate me.
I'm never doing that again.
Please.
Ainer's gonna ain't and Ainer's gonna ain't. Right?
Okay.
Roll the credits. Roll them.
We're slowly falling into getting rated NC-17.
Okay, guys. Join us Friday for the eviction. Okay? Join us Friday. Haters gonna hate. And Ainer's gonna
ain't.
I hate you, Andrew. Good night.
It's just